transforms their Chicago ranch-style home into the larger but more casual home they've always wanted. Coming up on Before and After. Hi, I'm Pat Simpson and welcome to Before and After. On this episode, we're going to follow homeowners Lisa and Rob as they transform their 1950s brick ranch-style home into a modern, more open yet friendly two-story home that I'm in now. Now, they didn't do all the work themselves, so we're also going to meet the architect who redesigned their home, and we're going to see some of the construction highlights. And then after all that, we'll take a tour of Rob and Lisa's brand new home. The couple first bought this home 10 years ago because of its convenient location on a nice corner lot in a nice Chicago suburb. However, even as they were buying it, they knew this wasn't their idea of a perfect home.
When we moved in here, we knew we needed to update the kitchen, we needed to update the bathroom. Rob is a photographer, and part of the reason we also bought the house was the basement. He wanted to have a dark room.
It's a space that we've never utilized. I've always wanted to utilize it and make it just as much part of the house as the upstairs.
So the basement will now be outfitted with a wet bar and big entertainment center. Other parts of the house will change dramatically as well.
As the house is right now, it's just a series of boxes and not really functional. It doesn't really flow.
With a big family and lots of friends, Lisa and Rob do lots of entertaining. So they plan to add a master suite plus 3 additional guest bedrooms to the home. They'll also be replacing their old kitchen with a new gourmet kitchen. They do not, however, plan to add a lot of formal living areas.
We're very low-key, casual people, so the house is being designed as very low-key, casual, and simple. And it's meant to be hopefully inviting and open and a help yourself kind of feel that my house is your house.
In order to help them attain a feeling for what they wanted for their home, Rob and Lisa interviewed several architects to see who had the best understanding of their needs. After all of these interviews, they hired architect Bob Flubacker.
And actually he interviewed us probably as much as we interviewed him, which I found quite interesting, in more on the personal side of why were we doing this, how strong was our relationship, how well did we work together, that sort of thing.
As a team, they worked together brilliantly to come up with the new plans for this older home. Construction is scheduled to start very soon.
I'm anxious to see what the finished product will really look like. I'm anxious to actually walk through my second story of my house, and because there's a lot of us put into this and a lot of thought and a lot of planning's gone into it, and it's a culmination of those things.
Well, here we are some 8 months later. The remodeling project is over and Rob and Lisa are now happily settled into their brand new home, and we're going to get a tour of it a little bit later on. But next, we're going to meet the architect who redesigned the home, and we're going to see some of the construction that it took to make this home a reality, so stay right there.
To make a detached garage attached.
That'll work great. Hello there, welcome back to Before and After. I'm Pat Simpson and I'm joined by architect Bob Flubacker, and in just a moment we're going to be looking at Bob's plans that he created for the remodeling project that we're featuring on this episode. But first, if you're just joining us, this is what the house looked like before the remodeling began. And this is a front elevation drawing that Bob has created just to give you an idea of what the home looks like now that the project is complete. We'll see the actual finished house a little bit later on in the show. Now we're going to look at the plans that Bob has created. But first, before we see them, what did the homeowners have in mind when they came to you with this remodel?
Basically, what they were asking for was an expansion and complete remodeling of the existing house. That included an expansion of the second floor, a expansion of the first floor to connect to the existing detached garage, and finishing the basement level.
Okay, all those things in mind, let's walk through it, starting with the before, and let's start at the front entryway here, Bob.
Well, we have a very simple wood deck at the front door, which enters into a very tight entry area opens into the existing living room with a small dining alcove. Through this narrow passageway, we go to the very antiquated kitchen. Then there are 3 bedrooms, one of which is currently being used as a home office.
Okay, and the detached garage over on this side, and this is how you tied everything in. No more space there, huh? It's usable now.
Correct. What we did some architectural enhancements to the front porch and expanded the foyer. We also placed the stairs to the second floor in that area. We added this slice of space, which contains mudroom in the front and a family room in the back. Completely remodeled kitchen, generally in the area it was before, dining area, and the 2 existing bedrooms, one now being used as the office.
Oh, that's a lot of new space there. Okay, now let's go to a lower level. This is the way the basement was before. It was a rec room and a utility room. Utilitarian, exactly, is what it was. But now you have a finished lower level, right?
Well, we've moved the utility areas of the basement over to the east end and refinished the central area of the basement to an area for a home theater, a small dark room, a little wet bar, and a finished bathroom.
Oh, that is great. Now, let's go to a level that did not exist before. This is all brand new. This is a second story they didn't have before.
Correct. Coming up the stairs from the first floor, we go into a hallway that has 2 bedrooms on either side of the stair in the front of the house, a nice dramatic bedroom on the west end, and the master bedroom on the east end. In between, we have the laundry, a hall bath, and the master bath suite, which contains a walk-in closet on this side of the hall, a platform tub, vanity, and a toilet shower compartment.
Okay, now check this out. The dramatic change that happened on the outside with the elevation. First of all, the rear. This is the before, a nice 50s ranch, but look at this now.
Well, obviously, adding the second floor, we add a lot of drama to the house. We added some very steep roof pitches, built in a lot of space under the roofs, added this dormer to the west bedroom, and new windows throughout.
Oh, this is gorgeous. And you think that was something? Well, check this out. Front, there's that empty space, the detached. Now it's all usable.
Again, we filled in this space to create the whole structure. Here's the enhancement I was referring to at the front door, a little portico. The steeper roof pitches, dormered space, adds for an overall view of the house, which adds a lot of character.
Okay, let's talk square footage for a second now. What was the house before the remodel, and what is it now that you're done?
When we started, the house was approximately 1,300 square feet. It is now 3,200 square feet, so we added approximately 1,900.
Well, the house turned out great. Thank you so much for taking care of it for us. It looked wonderful.
Thank you, Pat. It was nice having you here.
Now, as usual, we're going to take a tour of the completed house, but that's a little bit later on in the program. Right now, as is customary, let's visit the construction site and see exactly what went into the transformation of our featured home. Well, it's the first day of demolition, and the roof of the home is the first thing to go. The garage roof has already fallen prey to the demo team, as has one of the garage walls. It was removed so that a new entry and family room can be built in the area and connect the 2 buildings. The roof of the house now needs to be demolished to make way for the new second floor. A circular saw is used to cut the old roofing materials into strips, which can then be pried off and thrown into the dumpster. A sledgehammer comes in handy for breaking away the roofing materials, which are then peeled off by hand. It is also a useful tool when all the roofing has been stripped and it's time for the rafters to be knocked out of place.
We were really excited to watch the house start to transform.
No, not one iota of remorse. We're glad to see him tear it down and get to the project.
Less than 6 weeks later, the home is completely framed. The new gables add definite interest to the new second floor and roof line. The garage now has a second story also. It's now really part of the house. Inside, a look at the newly framed first floor shows us how little of the existing home remains.
Staircases, walls, just the outer walls, only thing remain.
A new stairway leads straight up to the second floor. The new floor contains not only a master suite, but also 3 guest bedrooms. And since the new rafters are in place, the new roofing materials need to be put on to keep the weather from damaging Rob and Lisa's home. 2 months later, it's already time for the installation of the kitchen cabinets. Lisa and Rob chose these maple shaker-style cabinets for their casual charm. The cabinets are screwed into the wall through a shim which keeps it plumb. This hidden wastebasket is a nice touch, and this particular cabinet will hold the cooktop and oven, so outlet openings need to be cut in the back. When the last of the lower cabinets is meticulously leveled and attached, it's time to start on the upper cabinets. A support board is screwed into the wall. It's a must for holding the upper cabinets level and in place when working alone. When the cabinets on this stretch are all installed, the support board is relocated to begin another area. Just over a month later, the gleaming granite countertops have been installed on top of those cabinets. But today, the countertops need to be covered because it's time to install the backsplash. The locations of outlets are marked on the back of each tile sheet, which is then cut with a wet saw. Once the prep work is done, the thin-set mortar is spread on the wall with a trowel. It's then scraped off, leaving the prescribed amount of adhesive for this particular kind of tile. The process is repeated around the whole kitchen, even in the tight spot under the window. Then the tile sheets are placed. A wood block and hammer are used to sink the tile securely into the mortar. After the sheets have been positioned around the kitchen, the front paper is wiped down with water. Then the paper is simply peeled away, revealing the brilliant blue glass tiles, which add a lot of character to this kitchen.
And the glass tile gives it not so much of a tile look, but more of a translucent, toned-down cobalt blue look, which we really like.
Upstairs, a bedroom gives us an indication of how bright and spacious the rest of the home will be. Well, the home that the owners once called a boxy little ranch now has a beautiful open floor plan, and it's a full story taller. We're going to get a complete tour when we return, so stay with us. Welcome back to Before and After. This is the part of the program where we reveal the newly remodeled home and compare the befores and the afters as we take a tour of the interior and exterior. Let's begin by showing you what the home used to look like. This particular home happens to be located in a Chicago suburb, but it's a common 1950s style that you can find in many cities across the country. Hold on to your hats because we're about to reveal what the home looks like now after more than 6 months of construction. And here it is. Wow, that 1950s one-story ranch now has a second floor, a new roof line, and a completely different look. And that's just on the outside. Wait until you see the changes that have occurred here on the inside. We'll see those in just a few moments. But first, we're going to go back outside. Now, the homeowners are back with us, Rob and Lisa. Tell me what you like about the elements on the exterior. First of all, Lisa, start for me on the front.
I like how the whole entire house from the front looks as you're stepped back from it, and then as you come closer, my favorite part is more in the middle of the house with the gables and how there's gables within gables.
I just love how roof line flows.
Right.
And the lines within the lines. And it's very clean and just very pretty to look at.
It really is. Okay, now let's do the same comparison to the back. But first, this is the way the house looked before the remodel from this angle on the back. And this is the way it looks now. Let's talk about the back of your house.
I like how the house is nice and clean from the back. I very much really like the French doors that are back there and let us from the inside look on out.
It's very pleasing to look at from any angle in the back, whether it be directly or to the side.
Now, in just a moment, we're going to take a tour of the inside of this spectacular new home. But first, let's take another quick look at how the exterior has changed. Okay, now let's take that long-awaited tour of the inside of the home, and let's start right here in your new foyer. This is brand new, but first, tell me what the old foyer looked like. How was that?
The old foyer was just small and it cut you off from the rest of the house.
Okay, but now you've got a new open space. Tell me about your new entryway.
Yeah, you walk in and there's openness light. You can see right through to the kitchen and on up the stairs to the new part of the house.
Okay, great. Now right here is a brand new living room, which before was a combination area, is that right?
Right, and we decided we wanted a design that separated the living room and dining room, which was previously shared.
Okay, but now look at it. It's a nice open area. Tell me about this.
Well, now we have a big living area, simply for living, that adjoins to a dining room.
Okay, it's perfect. Now, back on this side of the house, we have a brand new kitchen, which was nothing like the new
Oh, my
kitchen
goodness.
before.
Yeah.
Tell me about
No,
the old one.
the old kitchen was small and pretty well non-functional.
Okay, but look at your new kitchen.
Yeah, the new kitchen is fabulous. Lots of cupboard space, lots of counter space.
And a great workflow,
Great
for two of
workflow.
us working in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, now here is some brand new space that you gained with the remodel, a new family room. Tell me about your new family room.
Well, the family room adjoins to the kitchen, and most of our family functions are around the kitchen, so we decided to incorporate the entertainment area central to the kitchen.
Okay. Here we have a new dining room. Now before this was a lot of different spaces. Actually it was a half bath. It was also a full bath, and it was an old office that you used, which worked quite well, frankly. But now you have a new dining room. Tell me about this area.
The new dining room will offer actually a lot of space for large family gatherings, as well as it offers some nice additional storage for us with the built-in cabinetry under the window.
Okay. Now this is a new bathroom. Because you lost the other bathrooms, you needed a new one, right?
Right, right. And so this bathroom will be used primarily in association with the other guest bedroom here on the first floor.
Perfect. It's a great plan. This is a new office, which before was one of the bedrooms that you had,
Right.
which was a good-sized bedroom, but now you've got a brand new office.
It's light and airy and great for work.
Okay. Let's go down to this level, to the lower level, the way it looked before, just a storage area, utilitarian
Right.
almost. Now you notice a new staircase. You also notice an open area. From this angle before, this is how it looked. Cluttered, lots of storage, you had a lot of things down there.
Conducive to clutter.
Yeah, but not anymore. Tell me about this space below now.
Well, now we have a home theater into the basement with a projection TV. It's every man's dream.
Okay, a perfect place to be stranded.
Right.
Okay, now this area is going to be a dark room. It's not finished off yet, but you spend time in photography, this is going to be a great dark room. Let's go upstairs now. It's all brand new space. You have 3 bedrooms along the top. We'll look at one of them, this one on the far right. This is a great bedroom. Tell me about it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite bedrooms here in the house. It's large, it's open, airy. We've built in a dresser into the wall, and it has a nice built-in window seat.
Beautiful. This is a new laundry room upstairs. Now you like this because it's in the heart of everything. Upstairs, lots of space in this new laundry room. It's perfect. Let's move on down here to the master suite area, first of all with the master bathroom.
The master bath, to me, I love because it's soothing and calming. It features a spa shower and a whirlpool tub.
Okay, and finally the master bedroom.
Windows, light, airy, and decorated in mission style with mission style fans. Just a big room, big bedroom with built-in dressers. Love it.
Well, Rob, Lisa, your home is beautiful. It looks like you got everything you wanted.
We sure did. Thank you.
No, thank you for letting us be a part of it. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
We'd also like to say thank you to Bob Flubacker, the architect on this home. Bob is of Robert Flubacker Architects, and also Ray Ponarelli of R. Ponarelli Company, the general contractor. But don't go away. Stay with us, because when we come back, we have more before and afters when we open up our photo album. So stay right there. Hi, welcome back to Before and After. It's time now to open up our photo album. Our project this time is the remodel of this 1940s Federalist-style home. The owners hired architect Jay Jones of Atlanta, who created this updated look. The brick was painted and decorative panels added below the windows. A new driveway and landscaping enhanced the elegant look. The whole front entry was bumped out from the house. It now features new brick steps, round columns, a double door, and a gable to add vertical interest. The original back of the home was unassuming, made entirely of bricks and had a detached garage. The new back has been stunningly redesigned to take advantage of the long, narrow lot. On the house itself, a master bedroom addition reaches out into the backyard, and a brick colonnade leads to this charming entertainment area. The old garage is now an exercise room. There's also a dining patio and a stacked stone outdoor fireplace next to the pool. Inside, the brick has been carried into the new informal dining area, which is attached to the home's existing living room. The existing staircase had been enclosed and led to a small foyer. It's been replaced by a new open-railed staircase leading to a wide foyer with double doors. A new family room addition features rosewood cabinets and is open to the refurbished kitchen. The new master bedroom addition is open with lots of windows and a charming fireplace. Once again, here's the existing Federalist-style home, and here's the beautiful new home it became. Well, that wraps up another exciting episode of Before and After. Be sure to join us again next time when we'll feature yet another amazing whole house remodel. I'll see you then. I'm Pat Simpson. Now, as we leave you, let's take another quick look at some of the befores and the afters that we featured on this episode.